my introduction to Sauvage was way overhyped. Like the smell was way overhyped uh, in my experience. But I will say that it kind of lived up to it. So let me give you the backstory. What's good, everybody? Doing another video here for you, talking about the smells. So I know it's been a while since I actually did a cologne or perfume based video, but I got two coming up for you. This one that you're currently watching, and I'm doing another one with my wife talking about one of the women's fragrances made by alternative fragrances. So if you like those videos where I'm talking about the smells, please subscribe because there will be more. But today I'm not actually doing a specifically alternative fragrance. It's more of a comparison between a real one, Sauvage by Dior. I bought that one very recently and I've been using it as much as I can, so I'm here to give you my thoughts on it and how does it compare to the alternative fragrance Executive 26, which is the Creed Avantis clone. So talking about both of those and a few others, and what's the difference between something that is authentic and expensive versus something that is cheaper but still very close to the original. So if you like that type of stuff, please stick around. This is Sauvage EDP, right? So Eau de Parfum. The Parfum one is the one that I chose. There is a version that is sold in stores cheaper than this version. I think it was $77 for the bottle that is this size. This bottle was like right at $100. So I didn't want to go with the other one because when I smelled the other one in the store, it came across as sporty. Like, I don't know how to describe it besides when I smelled it like this, I felt like this is something that, you know, a young man would wear, like very casual. I didn't want a very casual one. I was looking for something that went from formal all the way down to casual, because just getting into my background and how I talk about scents, I don't really describe how it smells. I more tend to describe the vibe that you get from it and the occasion in which you may want to wear it. So, brief overview, alternative fragrance 26 I feel like is formal. This is not something that you just casually spray on and run to the store. While at the same time, this alternative fragrance Effin' Fantastic, which is a Tom Ford clone, this one to me seems like very casual, something you spray on, go to the gym, you can go to the store, or you can, you know, kind of spruce it up and be formal. It does not carry such a weight to it where it's only a formal smell. The vibe is not formal only. When it comes to Sauvage, the real deal, not an alternative fragrance, not a clone, I have to say that this one matches range with the Tom Ford one to me. Like it can be formal and it also can be very, very casual. And my introduction to Sauvage was way overhyped. Like the smell was way overhyped in my experience. But I will say that it kind of lived up to it. So let me give you the backstory. So I'm on the phone and I'm scrolling on the Facebook. You know, we scroll, right? And I'm looking at a comment left by a mother of a former student I taught years ago. But the mom on the post goes on to talk about Sauvage, and she says how, like, this is the new thing that my husband has. Like, he can't wear it if he's not with me. Like, it's that good. I don't want other women to be attracted to him because I got this for him. And I'm like, wow, really? Other women in the comments, like several women in the comments, was like, oh, I love it. Oh, like, it's so attractive to have that scent on a man. I seen one woman describe it specifically as a panty dropper. I was like, wow, I'm blown away by this. Okay. Let me get a bottle of that and see what it is. Now, while my wife's panties have not miraculously flown off for any reason, I will say that this one did net me more compliments than any of the alternative fragrances I've worn for the duration of me owning them. So let me quantify that statement. Alternative fragrances, I have 3 that I've worn for months, and I've netted a few less than 3 compliments. Alternatively, Sauvage that I've only been owning for like a month now, and I've been using at every opportunity I see fit, I've netted quite a few more, at least 5 to 6 compliments in one day from the Sauvage. Why is that? To me, when we talk about the intensity of a smell, rating from 1 being this smells really, really weak, so subtle that you can barely smell it, 10 being, man, this is too strong, you only need 1 spray, the smell smells really powerful. Sauvage goes on at like a 6 or a 7. Straight out the bottle, you spray it on. You as the wearer smell it, and then other people catch a whiff. But it goes on at a 7 and it stays at a 7 throughout the experience. Just recently I was at Thanksgiving and ran past several people, in the store, out of store, and I'm getting people asking me about what are you wearing with Sauvage, and it's crazy because the alternative fragrances, they go on at a 10. Like, they come out of the bottle really, really strong. But to me, the strength of the smell with all alternative fragrances, not just the ones I like, but all of them, they go on very strong and they fade. They fade to like a 3 or a 4 on that scale of 1 to 10. So I don't feel like it's as worth it. Sauvage, I give it 3 sprays and I'm good throughout the day, 6 to 8 hours, even around food, even around other people, I'm good. With the alternative fragrances, some of them I'm up to 6 sprays, and still after a 6-hour just outing, not even in the presence of food or a restaurant or anything like that, we get back in the car at the end of the little evening and it's nothing. Like, I can't smell it, she can't smell it. You gotta lean in to smell it. Like, that's on the 3 or 4 scale. Like, this is real light as far as how strong that scent smells. So, not knocking alternative fragrances at all, but if you want something that goes on and smells subtle but stays subtle and stays at that strength, I think it pays dividends to pay for the real thing. The alternative fragrances are good for light use, but if you really want something that's really nice, I think you spend the money. Please stick around. I'm going to be talking about more fragrances coming very soon. We did, I think it's Cherry Smash that I tried out for my wife a few months back. She wore it a few times. She has some thoughts that I'll get with her and, get her on the camera and she'll share. As well as I have another one from Chanel that I'm looking into doing. It's a men's Chanel smell. I have to figure out how to pronounce it. But I've been also trying to mix that in with the Sauvage and see which one I like better. I really feel the Chanel a whole lot, but I want to wear it out, around people, when we get to be around people a little bit more, so I can gather, the compliments and the range and how long and the hours and such like that. So if you like the smellz videos, please subscribe. If you like the movie content, subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, follow and share, like and share, do all the things. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and spend your money wisely. This Sauvage may not be a bad option. Matter of fact, might be a real good option.